Today we're going to be learning the basting stitch. This is an excellent temporary stitch for mock-ups that may be seen, something you just need to hold together temporarily. So let's grab our 2 pieces of fabric, needle, scissors or snips, and thread and get started. As you can see, I have 2 pieces of muslin thread here. I've marked one side with X's so that you can tell the difference between the right and wrong side. I'm putting right sides together and pinning them in place. And I've also marked a 1-inch seam allowance, so that gives you a bit of a guide to follow as you learn the stitch. I've also threaded my needle with only one tail, and I have not tied a knot because this is meant to be a temporary stitch. Instead, I will begin on the underside of my fabric, coming up on my line that I have created for my seam allowance. As you can see, I leave a bit of a tail, about 3 inches or so, on the back. Then I'll come in right next to where I've started my stitch and come straight down, back through. Then I'll come up in my original position where I began that stitch, which holds my stitch in place without a permanent knot. Then I'll begin stitching. I'll come in approximately 1/4 of an inch from my first stitch, then come out approximately 1/4 of an inch from that. From there, I will weave my needle from top to bottom in approximately 1/4 inch increments, removing my pins as I reach them. Once I have filled my needle with stitches, I will pull it through all the way without puckering the fabric, and I've created a row of basting stitches. From there, you continue across the fabric the same way in 1/4 inch increments. Once you reach the end of your fabric, you will end it by reversing how you began. You'll take a small bite of your fabric, less than 1/16 of an inch, just a few threads, then come back over that bite and go straight down to the back of the fabric. Snip your tail to approximately 3 inches, and then you have 2 pieces of fabric temporarily basted together using a basic basting stitch.